What's going on, everyone? Jimmy Like Halo here, and today we are finally talking about Pokemon Legends Arceus. Now, this is a Pokemon game that came out in January of 2022. Very strange for this franchise to do. It's always at the end of the year, but the reason for that was because 2 months prior was the BDSP remakes or remasters, whatever you want to call them, and those were supposed to be traditional or like faithful, but faithful to a fault, as I talked about in that video. And this was, if those were like faithful of Diamond and Pearl remakes, then this would be the Platinum remake. The people at the time were thinking about this when everyone's playing it, but a lot of people were like, okay, if those are the Diamond and Pearl remakes, then that makes this the Pokemon Platinum remake because of the way the story is with I think Volo and all how every character in the game is like an old-timey version of um a character that's in Gen 4 in the Sinnoh region, because of the Hisui region in this game, which is like the Hisui version of Pokemon and stuff like that, is actually or from it's like the original version of Sinnoh. You could tell by working out a map. It's the same like structure or how it normally looks. But I really love this game, man. Me and my friend, shout out to Chris, we played the frick out of this game when it came out, man. It is so fun to shiny hunt because this game is like super wild because it's in the past of the developing the Hisui region. It's super cool how you can just see a Pokemon like this and then you don't have to fight it. You just see how likely you are to catch it and you just throw a ball at it, and then if it goes in, it goes in. Boom. But you can also hit them from the back to get a higher chance, like sneaking up on them, because you can, like, there's actually a stealth mechanic in this game. You can crouch. There you go. Which I think is awesome. You can actually take damage and die from Pokemon if you're not careful. They can flat out kill you and you need to respawn. It's like, what the heck? It's so cool how you interact with Pokemon because there's never been anything like this. But it's just such a cool concept and I love it. And if they're like super aggressive and you need to tame them first, like a Bidoof is just a little Bidoof. He's just a little chill guy. But for example, if you switch to like a heavy ball, if you're really close to them, it'll have a higher catch rate. The jet balls are for flying ones, and there's like 3 different versions. It's like if you had a Pokeball, Great Ball, Ultra Ball, those are the versions, and then there's like a jet ball equivalent of those 3, and then a heavy ball. Or I think, was there a light ball and all? I don't know. Anyway, that's the point of that. But anyway, as you could see, I was looking at the map, and there's a bunch of different areas. This is the very first area in the game, which is like the grasslands. It's where you really first start. But how you progress in this game is you basically register or get a certain amount of like Pokedex entries, and then you can, because you're trying to fill out the Pokedex for I forget what his name is, but I would just pass by him. I'll try to get back to him. But also, if there's aggressive Pokemon or some Pokemon will fly away, they interact very differently depending on the Pokemon and all that. But if you throw a Pokemon or buy a Pokemon outside of combat, they can like collect stuff from trees, but they can also fight in battles against them as well, or do like a quick little knockout battle. Anyway, this is my shiny Hisuian Zoroark. I think this is an alpha actually, because there's alphas in this game, which is like the big bosses of each area, which is super cool. You have to throw like these bombs at them to calm them down. It's so cool. There's like a whole dodge roll and everything. Like they had no business going this hard. Like look at that, a full on dodge roll because Pokemon will charge at you, and it's like holy, you gotta sprint away and freaking dodge roll away like it's freaking Elden Ring. But anyway, shiny hunting in this game is the best it's ever been because they make a certain sound, as you can probably hear. But also there's the ride Pokemon. So we got Weirdeer, which is the Hisuian form of I can't remember the name of the original. Then we got Hisuian Braviary. Then we got, as you can see, you take fall damage in this game. Then you got, you can also swim, kind of. Basculegion is your swimming one, another Hisuian form. Sneasel, or Sneasler was the climbing one. I always use the Braviary. I think I have a shiny version of this too. I think I got a shiny version of every single Hisuian, except maybe like the starters, but man, is this game just fun. And people were complaining about the visuals of this game. Little did they know what Scarlet and Violet would look at, but honestly, looking back on it, this game does look better overall. It runs way better than Scarlet and Violet, that's for sure. But uh, visually, it looks pretty much fine. It's not like the greatest thing ever, but it doesn't. It looks like a pretty solid Pokemon game on the Switch. It's definitely more based on the Sword and Shield stuff, and Scarlet and Violet is like its own thing, and that's what Legends ZA is going to be like, which is why I'm making this video. Oh, here is a professor. What's it? What is his name? Oh, Lavington. Okay. Anyway, yeah, so you'll report to him, do the survey work, and then that's how you progress. If you can catch Pokemon multiple times too, and then you get your Poke Dollars for it, and that's like your statistics at the end of the day. And you'll rank up your member as the Galaxy team, which is like early Galactica or Team Galactic. And then as you can see in here in their Pokedex entries, they'll say how many times you've caught them, which will rank it up. And then some of them will be like higher depending on the day or whatever, I think. And the different forms you get if you catch them during a strong style move, or sometimes you don't even catch them, just use a move against them. And then if you do all of these checks enough, you'll get a complete like research level 10 for them. And then if you do that, you're more likely to get, I think, shinies for them, I believe. And then if you do that for every single Pokemon, obviously you'll have a higher chance for every single Pokemon, like a shiny charm. But that's how that works. So that's why this game's so good for shiny hunting. As one, they make a sound when they're in the area because they just spawn in the overworld. Because every game since I think this game technically, or I mean, no, Sword and Shield had overworld, but like it's like in the overworld. When you go into battle, you're still in the same area. It's not like little battles scene or anything like that. But yeah, this game is really really cool. Also, your boxes, or they call them pastures in this, they're like little ranches, which is really cool. Is where all your Pokemon. I think I might have put a lot of them in Pokemon Home, but I should have a decent amount still in here. Oh yeah, and there's obviously the new forms, which are like the origin forms of Dialga and Palkia, which look really weird. I've never gotten used to them. They also look, they're like kind of cool. They're kind of weird, but kind of cool. I don't know how to feel about them. Let me know what you think in the comments. But I think it's cool that we got new forms for legendaries like this. But that is your, I think it was Origin Form Dialga. Look how huge he is. At least they're to scale. If there's anything I could say about this game, at least they're to scale in this game, unlike BDSP. That was one of the things with the chibi. But yeah, so basically Arceus, which is Legends Arceus, combines with Dialga, or that's like why, or it doesn't combine, but they're based on the origins of Arceus, which is why they look like this. Also, the Arceus final boss in this, when you complete the Pokedex, I believe. So cool, man. Like, holy, the origins and lore in this game go crazy. And then there's the Palkia right there. It looks more like a steed, more like horse-like. Whereas Dialga still works more like Dialga, but with something lodged in his throat. And the Palkia looks really weird because it has no arms. Whereas Dialga never has it. He just has his forearm, so it's the usual for him. But I think they look cool overall. But yeah, I love the Hisui forms. I love the game, the way this game works. All the ride Pokemon, the shiny hunting, just a really great mechanics all around. I think it honestly looks pretty good visually. I'd argue it does look better in Scarlet and Violet, other than the Pokemon models. I think that's the one thing Scarlet and Violet actually makes look really good visually, with like textures and stuff. But yeah, my starter I chose was Oshawott for Samurott. It just looks so cool. And then there's a bunch of shinies that actually show up in the box, which is nice. I spent so much time shiny hunting in this game. It's unbelievable, me and my friend. But it was super, super fun because this was like still kind of early pandemic time. I mean, it was early 2022, so you're kind of getting out of it, but still, it was just so much fun to play this game. I look back on this game kind of nostalgically. It was like 3 years ago now, which is crazy to think about. But yeah, I had nothing but fun playing this game. I actually haven't replayed it yet, or at all. But I'd be down to do it. I never, because I was replaying through all the Pokemon like a year or two ago, And I replayed all the way up to Sword and Shield, and I think I couldn't replay that game because I already played it so many times just to try to get a bunch of different forms of Pokemon, I believe. But yeah, overall, I really like this game. And the whole zone thing, like open zones, I think is why the performance doesn't blow up. Whereas Scarlet Violet, the whole thing is one big zone, and that's why it was hard. I don't think they realized how hard that would be to do. But overall, this game is just great. It does remind me kind of like a Pokemon Breath of the Wild. Like the way the text is and the old timey stuff is really cool. And how you have your Arceus phone, which is your map and like your Pokedex. I think that's really cool. But yeah, overall, really fun Pokemon game. Even if you don't like Pokemon, I feel like this game is one of the best ones to play if you don't like Pokemon, believe it or not. But if you like it, obviously you're gonna like it too, because it's a very different one. It focuses way more on the catching mechanics and not on the what am I trying to say? Like the battles. There's still battles in this game, like the main boss battles against both Pokemon and trainers, but it's obviously not the focus. The story's cool and interesting, and the gameplay is really good. So yeah, that's all I have to say on this game. Let me know what you think in the comments of anything I said in this video. And yeah, if you're not subscribed and you'd like to see more Pokemon videos, because I will make a video on Scarlet Violet as well, trying to get these in before Legends Art or ZA comes out. I'll definitely do that. And then yeah, if you want to subscribe, see more of this, you're welcome to do so. If not, that's okay too. And if you like this video and want to see more Pokemon videos, feel free to give it a like. That's all I have to say for this, and I will see you in the next one.